Hi everyone, or no one, because typically I have no one watching my streams. So I'm gonna race doing Minibook 42, which I gave up previously, but now realize that it's so easy. Stick around and you'll find out. So I'll do Daytona next. Daytona at least will be dirty easy because I just tried it and I finished 8th. But now that I know what to do, tactic-wise, tires and fuel, it'll be, believe me, a piece of cake. First of all, let's see what's in store for me on this road ticket. Crankshaft and pistons. No, crankshaft and stroke up. For Subaru sedan, that was nice. Good stuff. So, this is the car I'll be using. Let's just change to something else. And back to that one. Because this is a sweet sounding engine. So nice. $2,000 supercharged. Typically, I prefer the sound of aspirated engines, normally aspirated, but this engine sounds amazing, unique. Don't know if you agree. Let me know in the comments. And I think this car looks amazing. Yeah. All right. Anyhow, so this car, I haven't driven it a lot. I did mostly Nürburgring with this car. That's why the 500 kilometers, well, I must have driven it somewhere else. Yeah, I had this car for a while. Oh yeah, I did Nürburgring when I got the car, a few laps. And then I came back to this car recently. Yeah, so I kind of know the car pretty well by now. And let me just, Chevrolet. Let me just double check the specs. I'm pretty sure it's 4-wheel drive. Maybe the petrol engine powers the back and the front is with the electron. Let's see, or stance lighter than Corvettes. 4-wheel drive, yeah. Electric hybrids, 2 fronty motors, 1 rear motor, paired with a small displacement high revving twin turbo. What's the displacement of this engine? I don't think I saw that anywhere. Undisclosed. That's why it sounds so good, because it's a small, high revving engine. Turbocharged. Anyway, the only thing I really feel it's disappointing is that this looks great, okay, but the back of the car is not modeled. So when you're inside the car and try the rear view, when you press the rear view button, there's nothing behind. I hate it. There are a few cars that are like that, especially Vision GT cars. I saw that happening a lot with Vision GT cars. And I think it's just a shame because Polyphony Digital goes into such detail to make these beautiful models. And then it's missing this to perfection, which is model the back of it so that if you're inside the car and you press the rear view button, you actually see something and not just the road, you know. Anyways, not complaining. This car is brilliant, amazing. Very, very easy to drive, 2,000 horsepower, but so easy to control the power. I'll drive with DC off and you'll see exactly how easy. And bear in mind, I'm a level, how am I in sport? I am, where can you check that? I think I'm like D or something, so I'm not an A driver or A plus driver, you know. Yeah, there you go, driving rating D. I think I managed to go to C or even B at some point. Maybe when the Nordschleife or the Nürburgring 24 were on, because I know the Nordschleife very well compared to most people, and it's a difficult track when you don't know it. So it's the only track in the game where I feel like where I feel that I'm at an advantage compared to 90% of players. Yeah, anyhow, without further ado, menu book 42, Americas, Daytona. Let's do it. So this is the car I'll be using, and you'll see why. Racing hard tires, because tire wear rate 10 times. This is a long circuit, and the tires do go, so I'm not risking mediums. Let's do this. And now, watch how you can easily do this. Oh, by the way, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure that I'm at professional level. Yep, hard. So, highest level of difficulty. So, let's do this. No traction control, ABS set to default, and that's it. You know what? Let's make it extra challenging. I might regret this. I really might regret this, because you have to brake really hard in here, but whatever. Wick. Okay, not off, but wick. Give me that, okay? This car goes up to 400 something kilometers per hour. I think it's kind of fair. Let's do this. This car is so easy to control, it's supreme. And it has like curbs, so the overtake button deploys electric power in that. So this is just with a petrol engine, or no? Okay, it's using electric engine as well. But then when you use the overtake, it's mental, to say the least. I'll show you in a sec. Fourth gear, let's rev it. Into fifth, overtake. Look at that. Amazing. The car is already crazy powerful, only with a petrol engine, but then, look at this. Well, petrol engine and whatever hybrid assistance it's getting. This is like This is like cheating, you know, like, it's mental. Even without ABS, the car is very controllable. Traction is superb. Okay, that said, you have to be careful, particularly because this tarmac in this circuit is very slippery. But the car is so on your side, it's brilliant. Famous last words, huh? Almost. Now, driving this car, one thing I'm doing, if you know, you might pay attention to how much I apply the brakes, okay? I'm trying to use engine braking as much as possible to maximize regen, okay? So, if anyone doesn't know, in these hybrid cars, you have that battery bar below the fuel, and you see there's no arrow there. Now, there's a red arrow, that means the battery is discharging. I'm in overtake mode. And now the battery is charging, so it was green because I was engine braking, so it does regen. There you go, discharging, red, crazy performance. I'll use 8th gear now. 400 kilometers per hour. I don't know how much it was, like 430 maybe, something like that, not sure. The problem with deploying this performance is like the tires. So my rear right hand tire is quite worn already, and it's only the third lap. Now, I know I'm in 16th, and I said that I would win this, and I'm just cruising around. I'm still convinced I can do it, but need to check a few things. First of all, fuel, okay. So, 2 laps. Okay. Let's go into lane. I want to pit kind of in the half for tire wear reasons. So that means the fuel I have needs to last me for another this lap. The next one, yeah, I need to pit at the end of lap 5. Yeah, that's my plan. 27 seconds to first to P1, 25, 24, 23. Oops. Sorry to the guy I rammed. All good though. 25 seconds. I think I can recover that. I don't believe the first place. Oh, maybe they pitted already. That would be bad. We'll see. I was distracted actually. Oh, the tires are going. Okay. Alright, now it's not looking good. Okay. I have to focus now. Yeah, that rear tire. Yeah. It's quite shot. And I have quite a fair way to go to the pits. Okay. Chitting a bit. I didn't want to risk spinning because of the tire. If I was braking and turning left, probably would lose the car. Oh, I crossed the pit lane. Shit. I don't know if I won't get the penalty for this. P1 is not pitting. Uh-oh. I hope they do. This might be tricky after all. We shall see. Wish me luck. Full tank of fuel. Minutes. 51. Now there's no margin for error. If I'm going to get to P1, assuming P1 still pits, I cannot crash again, otherwise it will be completely impossible. Can do some friendly nudges to some people that can give me space to go, but not crashing and spinning and losing seconds. Taking the Bugatti Vision GT as if it wasn't even moving. Crazy fast car. This car is amazing. Remember, traction control is our friend. So easy. Now I have to manage battery power because, as you can see, my battery is getting depleted really fast. There you go. Errors. That was bad. I lost a lot of time in here. Now I'll have to shut up and focus on what I'm actually doing. Tires are going as well, so I'm saving the tires a bit by short shifting, because there's an absurd amount of power here, and yeah. So much for P1, I think. I thought it would be easy, but no, it's not. Yep, and my rear outside tire is getting shot. Okay, not as easy as I thought, definitely. Not doing my best driving, doesn't help either, but still, yeah. Still think it will be easy if I focused, but yeah, 35 seconds, no way I'm winning this race. Oh well, I tried it. Actually, I'm not sure if what I said about engine braking actually applies, because maybe the engine is smart enough to... Yeah, it should be. I was being stupid. I think the car will use regen for braking, and only if regen is not enough, apply the physical brakes. So I don't think what I was saying about engine braking instead of using the actual brake pedal makes sense. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, so I thought this would be much easier. 37 seconds, that's brutal. I think it might even be worse than my previous performance. Huh. Strange. Okay, I'll need to watch a replay. I know I had at least one crash where I lost at least 10 seconds, I reckon. Can't remember if I had more than one. Anyways, I'm going to save this replay. I will leave you with a replay, and I'm going to take a break. And I'm coming back for more. I don't accept defeat. And I can do this. See you in a bit. Let's try again. Right. Focus. Passing a Porsche 962 as if it's not too bad, could have been much worse. As if it was stopped, it's like mental. The performance of this car is like flabbergasting. Control wheel spin. I didn't control wheel spin in the previous race, and I think that's why the Qataris got shot so easily. It controlled my battery as well because it gets depleted and I use overboost quite quickly. So now it's a question of managing tire wear, very important. Because I'm aiming for a pit stop mid-race, which means that I have 2.5 laps to go because I want the pits at the end of lap 5. And because I have ABS set to weak, that's actually thinking about it. What I should do is change the brake balance a bit to the front. I think that might help. Let's see. Yeah, manageable. Full front, let's see. braking too soon. I'm driving a bit defensively. Yeah, the rear outer tire, outer because this is all left space turns, is going. Go carefully here, accelerating. Now I can give it full wins. Trying to ease in the load on the back rear tire as much as possible. That means if I'm braking left, try to be careful. Even though that's why I shifted the brake pedals to the front. Someone is pitting. Okay. Just P5, I think. This car brakes phenomenally. The brake warning comes way too soon. You can brake much better than that. Yeah, that rear tire is going. So yeah, 5 laps and you cannot abuse it. I won't use boost now because I'm pitting, so there's no point. Hard and fuel up to the top. P5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if this is as in the previous race, the first P1 already pitted, so that means that whatever the gap now, yeah, 30 seconds. So I have 5 laps to recover 30 seconds. My battery is at like 30%, which is far from ideal. So I'll have to manage overboost very carefully, try to make the most of it. Try to get overboost to catch the slipstream of the other guys. That'll be my tactic. Also need to manage tire wear very carefully, because one thing I realized is that I was abusing the tires in acceleration, which is fun, but very bad for the tires. Okay, I want to use a battery now. Let's just go. Oops. Okay, that's one way to do it. Using it now because there's a long way to go. And I might catch the slipstream of... Nah, I won't. But, so good. Gaining a lot of time. Oops. That was good. P3. Alright. Looks like P1 pitted after all. Maybe? Yeah, that's the only explanation. I couldn't have gained 30 seconds in one lap or two, so good. So now it's a question of managing. Tires are good. Not a lot of battery, but good as well for 2.5 laps. 8, 9, 10, yeah. Looking good, looking very good. I'm quite happy. I think I'm gonna get to P1 now. Setting the battery for the first lap. Go. So my best lap so far was the first, most likely because of the slipstream from multiple cars. It's a Jaguar, isn't it? I think it's a Jaguar. From the 90s, I believe. Managing to keep up with it, even without deploying the overboost, overtake. Right, now after the chicane, I will give it full power with overtake to try to get as fast as possible across the finish line, to try to get the best possible start of my fast lap. I'll give it all on the 10th. So fast that I didn't even know where the turn was. Now what I should do here is play defensively, but I just can't. I like to push myself. So we got a bit of battery for this lap, okay. Try to save it for the last bits. I'll use a bit on this straight now, and then a bit on the other one after the chicane. The sound when you're pressing overtake is like amazing. Wow. Full on. Battery still going. Fuel almost non-existent, but I could have still had a little bit of battery left. Anyways, it's easy. I think I crashed once and lost, I don't know, 5 seconds in that or something, and so easy. Settings, just double checking, but So just double checking. Difficulty level is hard. Yep, so that's how you do it, how you can easily beat MenuBook 42. When you know the circuit reasonably well, as I do know this circuit. So I completed MenuBook 42. So let's see, I have one to go. Yeah, Suzuka I won, I can't remember, well, I placed third. Daytona Road course third? Ah, you need to be at least third. Okay, yeah. Suzuka, I can't remember in which position I placed, and I wasn't using this car. I must have been using either the Porsche 962 or maybe the Peugeot 908. What is it? Must have been one of those. Yeah, either the Porsche or the Peugeot. I don't think it would have been the Alpine, or was it? Maybe. I tried using this guy in some race, but I don't think it was Suzuka. This is tricky to handle, this Nissan. But anyways, on a fast circuit like Daytona, this car excels because of the absurd acceleration and top speeds when you use the overtake feature. So now, what I have left for MenuBook 42 is Circuit de Sainte-Croix, which is great because this circuit, or the shortened version of this circuit, is currently in the daily races. So I'll go for it. Now, I'm a bit tired. Should I challenge myself? Because the thing is, in this previous race, I had, okay, enter, wait a minute, 5 times, 4 times star wear, 8 laps. Oh, this is wrong circuit. Okay, let's save it at Hearts. Yeah, so for previous race I had the ABS at the week. This one, that might be tricky because lots of twists and turns and hard braking, but I'll challenge myself and just keep it. And also no traction control. Let's see how it goes. So the fuel should last the whole race. Sorry, half the race. Because I'm thinking about the same strategy as the previous race, which would be change of tires and refuel at the end of, bang on in the middle, so there'll be end of lap 4. So I think that should work. Now I need to focus, so I'll shut up for a bit. Phew, I could have braked much later. The brakes on this car are just absurd. This second I know relatively well. Mostly I was looking at it today, doing the circuit experience in the Bugatti Vision GT, so it's quite fresh in my memory. But as you can see, I don't know it that well, and with this car, it's completely different. I mean, yeah, I think you can't corner as fast as in the Bugatti in this one. But on the other hand, straight line performance is just bonkers. Oh, maybe actually cornering faster than the Bugatti. The thing is that I'm carrying a lot more speed into the corner. So yeah. So it feels like I can corner at full speed, but full speed on this car is 50 to 100 kilometers per hour higher than the Bugatti when I get to the turn. These fast turns. Tomahawk? Oh yeah, Tomahawk. That's not very nice, is it? A bit sick of you, mate. Overtaking a Mazda 787B. Ridiculous. It's absurd levels of power. Too much. Oops. I thought I could brake later and later and later, but that turns out I can brake that late. Oh, the sound of this rotary engine is sweet. But so slow. According to my newfound standards, i.e. Chevrolet something Vision GT. Sorry mates, that wasn't nice, I know. Yeah, traction control is off. Ooh, someone is totally distracted. Be fair, I haven't slept yet. I went clubbing and arrived home. Didn't feel like sleeping. I guess you can tell by my voice, but I've been clubbing. Couldn't sleep, didn't feel like sleeping, felt like playing a bit. So my reaction time is not exactly top notch at the moment. proof that I don't know the track very well. It's very good for me to have the... Yeah, I should be on the outside to take this one. To have the circuit map on helps me a lot. Nice, that was good. I'm happy with that. Feels like the sound of a jet about to take off. Whoa, my two laps were 0.10 seconds apart. Wow, that was such a coincidence. I'm pretty sure the two laps are completely different. It's still almost exactly the same time. So, tires are goodish. Oops, sorry. Looking at the tire balance. Brake balance. Sorry. Okay, yes, I pit at the end of this lap, which means that I can push these tires a bit more as long as nothing goes seriously wrong. But I don't need to spare the tires anymore. I was trying to go easy on the tires, but now I won't. The stars are going. I was distracted looking for the pit. I don't know where the pit entrance is. Where's the finish line? Can't see the pit entrance on the map. Wait a minute. I really can't see the pit entrance on the map, and the finish line is over there. Okay, I think I remember. Okay. I don't know the circuit. So the pit should be here, yeah, okay. And the fact that those tires were quite gone already doesn't help. Right, so I have 4 laps. This is end of lap 4, so I have 4 laps to get to P1. I don't know if P1 changed tires already. So I'm hoping that they're still going to pit. So yeah, let's see. You need all this fuel, but whatever. I have a bit less than half of the battery, so that's good, because the battery will be very important on the straights, long straights. I save it for the long straights. This Hyundai is beautiful. Behind me is what, the Peugeot? Yeah, I think it's Peugeot 908. I love these Vision GT cars, I love it. For me, the Vision GT cars give an extra dimension to the game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love having the real cars, particularly iconic cars like pretty much all of this, but the Porsche 962 in particular, because I don't know, it was in a similar Porsche that can't remember his name, pilot that unfortunately is no longer with us, set the Nürburgring Nordschleife records back in 80 something, I think, and that record lasted till this decade, I believe, and all. I don't know what I'm doing. I should be asleep. This car is so easy to drive, and when you want to need to correct it mid-corner, like there, I was losing the tail. Easy. Pretty sure if it had been in the BMW, driving in similar conditions, so ABS weak, no traction control, the BMW, where you do the Nürburgring circuit experience, sorry, I need to focus here. Yeah, the BMW M3 Endurance something. The one that's for the Nordschleife circuit experience. I wouldn't have caught that detail there. It would have gone. I wouldn't have been able to correct it as easily. This car is just on your side when you need it the most. Of course, four-wheel drive helps a lot. Tires are okay. Okay, let's get to one. Probably not gonna happen unless it pits. Unless it pits, that's it. I always think this is a fast corner and it isn't. I really need to learn these circuits. Again, I keep crashing in the same places. Yeah, that's why the car is running wide, but at least that's saving me wear on the back tires, on the rear tires, so I'm happy with that. pitting. But there's hope. Go to sleep, man, honestly. The stars are going as well, which doesn't help. One last hurrah. Tires are gone. Almost. Tires are almost gone. Almost. Anyways, was a good race. So, again, this will be dirty easy if you know the circuits, which I don't as well as I should, as you could tell. Yeah, this car is like a beast. This is my go-to car for group 1 races going forward. I'll discover it today, but definitely it's brutal. The top speed, the overtake feature, and the power in overtake is just mental. The acceleration, I think what? I think it's supposed to be the second or third car in acceleration, because faster cars accelerating, the only ones I can think is the Tomahawk, the extreme one, the best Tomahawk. And the one that uses the laser pulse, how's it called? The Chaparral, the yeah, we're already on to it, I think. Anyways, I'll do the replay and then for a break. And after the break, I'll decide whether I play a bit more or if I go to bed, which is actually what I should do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to save the replay and then leave you with it. So, Again, so I'm back, and I'm going to give this another go. And because I'm very tired, what I'm going to do is make my life easier. So I'm going again, same car, but with traction control and full ABS. Because I'm very tired, my reaction time is slow. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Traction control will definitely help in tire wear. Whoa, traction control is on, right? Alright, brake balance, let's leave it at that. Maximum traction control, I don't care. Haha, that Nissan, wow, nice. We really pulled out of that corner. Okay, for this car, even maximum traction control is not enough. Right. In most cars, one is all you need. Okay, this circuit has a quite slippery tarmac, and this is 2000 horsepower, but still, feels a bit strange. There was nowhere to go, literally. There was nowhere to go. Excuse me? Quite a battle here, huh? Again, learn the circuit, boy. Learn the circuits. Come back after. Oof. Yeah. This is stupid. I should really be in bed. Where am I? Okay. Focus. 24 seconds, CP1, 25. Okay. Yeah, so for this car, even maximum traction control is not enough. At least not in these circuits. I'm pretty sure in circuits with a better tarmac, it will be enough. Oh, that was good. First time that I managed to do this corner decently, I think. Let's go. Full steam ahead. She can't take it anymore, so she can't take it anymore. Brutal. You really need to grab the wheel here. Not as much as when you're doing 600 kilometers per hour in the Tomahawk, but still, yeah. See that guy. Braking too soon. Completely forgot where I was in the circuits. Didn't remember which corner it was. I thought it was this one, I think. Braking too soon. Oh, airtime. I'm pretty sure some wheels lost touch with the ground there. Never noticed a bump in there. I was tricked by the Bugatti. Yep. In the real world, I would probably be dead by now. If not, the car would be destroyed, and I wouldn't be able to continue the race. Fortunately, there's no damage here. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Yep, right down there. Tires are gone almost. Everything is at their limits. The tires, my brain, or lack of. Just going to put a bit more fuel because I wasn't pushing it too much. Yeah, just make sure. That's enough. Wow. Some exciting stuff right there. Too exciting. I thought I was braking too early, so I take my foot off the brake. Radar might be a good idea. Yeah. Too soon. I need to start. I'm not using any references for braking, just trusting on the brake message. But yeah, totally off. Totally off. I always think this corner. But that corner closes. Right. Alright. Steering assist. Of course. My trajectory was assisted by the rail. This is ridiculous. I started braking like 1 second after the brake indicator first appeared. Oh well. Square. short shifting to prevent wheel spin. I was looking at switching to the radar and got completely distracted. Brake just in time. Ooh, that was good. This corner exit was very good. Peugeot, I need to buy this car. This car looks amazing, this Peugeot. I almost lost it. Oh wow, let's be one. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, focus, don't ruin it. Defensive driving. Okay, I'm not taking risks now. Because P1 is mine if I don't screw it up. Tires are goodish. One more left to go. Oh, pitting. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll just give it full beans here to get a chance of a good lap time. So much for the good lap time. Just time I used 258. This is a long circuit. Finally understood that corner. Good. Tires are almost gone. Tires are almost gone. Almost gone. The tires are almost gone. And the battery's gone as well. We're all going to hell. Right, Mary Book 42 completed. Yep, this car is just for Group 1 races, this car is amazing because I don't think the fuel consumption is much higher than a Group 1 race car, like the GR010 Hybrid, even though I don't have it. But I think it's kind of in line with the... Oh, I thought there was one here. The Porsche 962, which I have as well. Because I only have, for Group 1, I only have this Corvette, the Porsche 908, the Alpine Vision Gran Turismo, I believe, and the Peugeot 908, sorry, and the Porsche 962. Alright, that was good. I'm making some money, which I need. Alright, let's save this replay. Let's go back to the cafe. Let's do that. Alright. Okay. Thank you very much. That's what I got. Is it a generic 6-star ticket? Exciting stuff. Yes. Pile of money. Yes. Yes. What is this? Aston Martin. Oh wow. Aston Martin Vision GT. It's electric. Level up. Alright. Nice. Okay, I know nothing about this car, so let's see. The Aston Martin design prototype 100 joins the stable of Vision Gran Turismo racers. Was developed entirely in-house by the brand's design team, led by design director Marek Reichman? A true performance machine with class, a car that gives us a glimpse of future Aston Martins. Here's a prototype 100, also referred as DP 100, was created by a highly experienced team which worked on the project for 6 months. In Warwickshire, okay, in England. DP100 not only looks beautiful, also has a high degree of engineering integrity. A twin turbo V12 mid-engine racer offers up to 800 peak horsepower. And down it with boosting performance in keeping with the high octane nature of the game. Created utilizing major techniques applied in development Aston Martin production sports cars and sketches and 3D modeling for suspension systems, electronics. As with 2013's Aston Martin Centenary celebration concept cars, is on space on exactly. The light plate rear lamps could also feature the future production sports car from the world and British. Alright, the car definitely looks apart, that's for sure. You know what? Before I go to bed, I'm gonna do 3 or 5. Okay, 3 or 5 laps of the Nürburgring. I'm not sure yet with this car. Yeah, definitely doing it. So that's the end of this stream then. If you want to continue watching, I'll start a new stream named after that Aston Martin. Thanks. If you watch this in the meantime, if you could subscribe, like the video, it'll be amazing because I need all the help I can get. No one watches my streams. And yeah, and I need to invest more in the YouTube channel. I haven't dedicated any time to it. It's just raw videos, you know, from the lives and from the lives and from the. Sometimes I do recordings and then just post a video. Sometimes I don't give them proper names. I'll try better. I'll try harder. Right, thank you. Bye.